Milliken. A senior, number 36, Jesse Moran. A senior, number 52, Louis DeCasas. A junior, number 56, Carter Crabtree. A senior, number 74, Quentin White. A junior, number 78, Conrad Odell. And a senior, number 81, Cesar Ramos. And for the 2019 season, opening night, at least here at home, our Beaver Dusters will be led again by Coach Titus Burrow in his second season as head coach here. He is assisted by Kyler McDonald and Sam Engelman, also both of them in their second year with the Dusters. The starting lineup for the Dusters tonight includes a junior, number 9, Victor Balderrama. A junior, number 20, Spokes Johnson. A junior, number 32, Clay Pugh. A junior, number 34, Zach Hugg. A senior, number 64, Nick Almond. A senior, number 73, Alan Garcia. A freshman, number 79, Cinch Connor. A junior, number 80, Elias Burrow. A junior, number 81, Mazel Chavez. And a junior, number 84, Junior Lozano. Our water girls for the 2019 season include Cody Richardson, Molly Ballou, Elena Marlowe. Mr. Gene Baird is taking over clock duties tonight, and we welcome him to the booth as he takes care of the clock work for us this evening. I understand that. We do welcome you. We're glad to have you up here. If you'd like to join the cheerleaders down in the south end zone, they'll be forming a cheer line to welcome the team back onto the field here in a few minutes. So if you'd like to be part of the cheer line to welcome the team back onto the field, the cheerleaders are waiting for you down in the south end zone. Yeah, I couldn't get the WCR out. Or the OWR. I couldn't get that to come out right. I was trying hard. I knew this is why. All right, so you've already identified my first. Keep the rest of the well, you cut her rope, you cut her good rope, that was all you were doing. But I was trying to do it. Well, if you survive that, you can. Hey, what time good, yeah.
I bet it's not. I bet it's not. Yeah, we did that. We did that one. It was, really, we're working with several like the guys wide open, just either overthrew or one of them just like alligator on it. Where it should have gone if we'd had it on and the ball kids did 3 touchdowns. And 2 of them is where one of our guys went after and that's like what he's looking for. I mean, when he would drop back to pass, our guys would rush upfield like he did, and they just block it.
All right, I believe we are ready for the national anthem, so if you would stand and salute the flag, the band.
PTCI Channel 2 and PTCI's YouTube channel welcome you to our coverage, continuing coverage of high school football here in the Oklahoma Panhandle and a little bit also in the Texas Panhandle. Tonight we are at McVeigh Stadium in Beaver, Oklahoma for some 8-man football, which is a bit historic for Beaver as this is their first home 8-man game in school history. Last week they did play their first one, but it was on the road. And tonight they will take on the Boise City Wildcats, who have made the trek out from Cimarron County, out in the western edge of the Panhandle. 2 teams coming in tonight. Beaver 0-1 as they lost to Garber 48-0 last Friday night in week 0. And that actually it's been a rough stretch for Beaver, as that was number 29 in a row that they've lost. So trying to break that streak tonight. On the other side, Boise City 1-0. In their first contest, they defeated Logan, New Mexico 44-0. So both teams trying to build on their season, get ready for district play as Beaver petitioned to play down an 8-man, an emergency situation with numbers very low, not only in enrollment but also in number of kids out for football. It looks like they were able to get that number up to 16, which, you know, an 8-man, at least that allows them to go on a full scrimmage in practice. So that move down did help, but they do not actually have any district ball games this year. When the new schedules come out for the following season, I can't remember if it's next year or the year after that, but then they'll be placed in a district, and they very well may be in Boise City's district because this school has dropped in attendance to where They are probably going to be in Class C instead of Class B, right where Boise City is. For tonight, I'll go ahead and go over a little bit some of the starters for both teams. Waiting for the Dusters to come out on the field. Boise City on their sideline, as we are about 2.5 minutes away from kickoff. First for the visitors, and I will mention more than 8 players, because both these teams will have a couple of players that rotate in. Most of them will play both sides of the ball, but I'll go ahead and give you the starters that were listed. For Beaver, a 6'1", 190-pound junior, number 20, Spokes Johnson. He'll be in at running back and also at safety. A 6'5", 216-pound junior wearing number 32, Clay Pugh, will be playing at tight end and also at defensive end. A 5'10", 203-pound junior, number 34, Zach Hugg, will play at running back and also at linebacker. A 5'11", 245-pound senior, number 64, Nick Allman, will play at guard and also at linebacker. A 5'10", 243-pound senior, number 73, Alan Garcia, will play at center and also on the defensive line. A 6', 240-pound freshman, number 79, Cinch Connor, will play on the offense and defensive lines. A 6'1", 162-pound junior, number 80, Elias Burrell, will play quarterback and also cornerback on the defensive side. A 5'9", 160-pound junior, number 81, Misael Chavez, will play at running back and also at corner. And a 6'1", 170-pound junior, number 84, Junior Lozano, will play at tight end and also at corner. The Dusters are coached by head coach Titus Burrell, and he is assisted by Sam Engelman and Kyler McDonald. And now for the visitors, the Boise City Wildcats. A senior at quarterback and defensive back, number 10, Luke Arthod. A sophomore running back and linebacker, number 20, Caleb Arthod. And a junior offensive and defensive lineman, number 22, Paul Trantham. A junior wide receiver and defensive back, number 24, Gabriel Milliken. A senior running back and linebacker, number 36, Jesse Moran. A senior offense and defensive lineman, number 52, Luis De Casas. A junior offensive and defensive lineman, number 56, Carter Crabtree. He is a returning starter at center. A senior offensive and defensive lineman, number 74, Quentin White. A junior offense and defensive lineman, number 78, Conrad Odell.
And the Dusters are
and
in the house.
A senior wide receiver and defensive back, number 81, Cesar Ramos. Captains are out at midfield. Dusters come through the spirit line. They're on their sideline as well now. Boise City will receive the kickoff to start this one off. Captains will shake hands one more time, and we'll tee this one off here in just a few moments.
Nick Allman and Alan Garcia. Let me encourage you, just informed that Zoe Weaver and Addison Noyes are selling cookies to raise money for music trip. A group of students will be performing in Carnegie Hall in New York City, and these two from Beaver have been invited to be included there. And so they're raising funds for the trip to New York City to be able to sing in Carnegie Hall. So Zoe and Addison have cookies available by the half dozen or by the dozen.
So Boise City now on the field to receive the kick. Back deep for the Wildcats. Number 24, Gabriel Milliken. And also number 81, Cesar Ramos. Dusters huddle on the field with their head coach, Titus Burrell, in his second year here in Beaver. And we are just about ready for kickoff now. It will be number 80, Elias Burrell, kicking off for the Dusters. Once again, their first home 8-man contest in school history. Dusters spread out, get ready for the kickoff. Here's the approach and the kick. It's an onside kick. It's going to be caught and quickly kneeled down.
At the 46-yard line.
Looked like that was number 78, Conrad Odell, who recovered that. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 46-yard line.
Will begin their first possession of the evening at their own 46-yard line.
So they'll come out shotgun formation, 2 spread to the right, 1 to the left. Back to his left as well. Arthod fakes the throw over the middle, hits his brother. They're into Duster territory at the 32-yard line, as that was Luke Arthod hitting Caleb Arthod for the first down.
In Duster territory at the Duster 33-yard line.
There's the handoff. Fake the handoff. Luke Arthod keeps. Voids the tackler. Voids another. Still on his feet. Inside the 20 to the 18. Ball loose. And it is Duster ball. So Beaver will take over with 11:09 to play here in the first quarter.
Victor Balderrama making the fumble recovery for the Dusters, and so the Dusters
at their own 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Shotgun formation, man in motion. He'll hand it off, cuts up inside, up to the 20-yard line. That carry by number 84, Junior Lozano. So it'll be up 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
3 yards, bring up a 2nd and 7. Caleb Arthod on the tackle that time.
Referee blows his whistle. And it looks like an equipment issue there. They'll get that taken care of. And that was Junior Lozano on that carry. Can't get the strap fixed, so he'll come out of the game. Freshman Dalton Walker, number 46, comes into the game. There's a snap, handoff to the tailback. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
He's dropped in the backfield for no gain, or for a loss, actually. Zach
back at about the original line of scrimmage, maybe just a little bit behind it, back at the 18. So 3rd and 10.
Wildcats in on that tackle. Loss back to the original line of scrimmage at the 18, 3rd and 10.
So 2 splits to each side. Burrell back there by himself. Drops back to pass. Quick throw out in the flat. Ball dropped as it was bobbled.
That'd be incomplete. incomplete pass. It'll bring up
That was
4th and 10
to Zach
for
Hug,
the
but couldn't hold on to it. So that's going to make it 4th and 10. It will be number 32, Clay Pugh. Clay Pugh back to punt. There's the snap. Gets off the kick, low line drive. Picked up inside Duster territory by Luke Arthod. Heads to the top side. He's got one man to beat. It's Pugh. Gets past him, still on his feet, but he slowed him up enough. But it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. We'll see exactly where they mark it. Looks like it's close to the 10-yard line. And ball placed just inside of it.
Arthod brings the ball back deep into Duster territory, down to the Duster 9-yard line. Will it be 1st and goal for
So
the
1st and
Wildcats?
goal.
To the 10. So we'll call it, but it's still 1st and goal from
With 9:33 left to play. And that's going to be a motion penalty as Luke Arthod clapped his hands and 3 of his guys moved. So false start will bring it back to just inside the 15-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field, 9:33 left to play first quarter. We're still knotted up at 0.
Taken by the Wildcats, their first of the half.
So both teams back out on the field. 1st and goal from just inside the 15-yard line. They'll line up same formation. There's a snap. Luke Arthod keeps it to the right. He's going to be dropped. Right at the line of scrimmage there. Clay Pugh and Alan Garcia there for the tackle.
Brings the ball to the 13. Bring up 2nd and goal from that point.
And looks like they'll give him forward progress to about the 13, so a 1-yard gain on that. Still 2nd and goal.
And the pitch.
There's the pitch outside. A flag on the field as he did reach down just shy of the goal line. It looks like we're going to have a block in the back that's going to bring that one back. As that was Ramos on the carry.
Nick Allman, Spokes Johnson, and Zach Hug forcing the ball carrier out of bounds at the goal line. It looks like that run's going to come back. Holding call on the play.
Yeah, block in the back.
That fine effort. And the ball will be moved back to the 23-yard line. A holding call is marked from the spot.
So it'll still be 2nd down.
13 with a foul occurred, back to the 23.
And goal, and now it'll be from the 23-yard line. So Boise City able to move the ball, but they've done damage to themselves. Milliken in motion. There's the handoff to the top side. Tries to cut it inside, up the field. Ball on the ground again, but this time recovered by the Wildcats as they almost had their 2nd lost fumble of the game. Just inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and goal there.
14. Bring up a 3rd and goal at the 14-yard line.
Arthod drops back to pass. Lets one go to the end zone. Got a man out there, but well defended as Milliken was out there. But Victor Balderrama there, like there to help knock that one away. And it's going to be 4th and goal. They'll option to the wide side. Luke Arthod cuts inside right up the middle, and he's going to be brought down about the 6-yard line. And so ball will be turned over on downs to the Dusters with 8:01 left to play here in the first quarter.
Deep in their own territory at their own 7-yard line.
So Dusters in a tight formation, tight eye formation. They'll turn, hand it off to the fullback. Busting up through the middle, still on his feet, outside the 10-yard line. Has to be gang tackled down at about the 11. Looked like that was Zach Hugg on that tackle, or on that carry.
On the stop for the Wildcats, gain of about 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for the Dusters.
So 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Quarterback keeper straight up the middle.
Quarterback keeper.
And he's going to get up to about the 14-yard line.
Up to the 14-yard line. Zach Hugg on the carry.
That'll make it 3rd down and about 3.
On the stop, along with several other Wildcats. Ball is squarely on the 15-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and about 3 for the Dusters.
Once again, tight formation, shotgun. 2 men in motion at once. Quarterback drops back to pass, lets it go. It's caught.
Out across the 20. That's Clay Pugh on the
And
reception.
Pugh with the catch up at the 22-yard line.
Gabriel Milliken on the stop, but not until Clay Pugh picks up a Duster 1st down. First one of the 2019 home season.
So Dusters get out from underneath the shadow of their own goal line. Quarterback under center, Burrell turns to go straight back up, has to wait, able to get up past the 25.
Actually close to the 26.
So a gain of 3 on the play. So 2nd down, 7 yards to go.
Jesse Moran again on the stop for the Wildcats. Gain of about 4 yards, we'll call it. So we'll call it 2nd and 6 for the Dusters.
Burrell hands it off. Out of the backfield, falls down. There's a flag on the field as Johnson kind of tripped over his own feet there. We'll have to see what this call is.
Looks like it's against the Dusters.
And it is a holding call on the Dusters. Boise City looks like they will accept that.
The foul, so that'll go back 10 yards to the
ball back at the
16-yard line.
16-yard line. Still 2nd down. There's a handoff. Johnson tries to cut it outside, and he's going to be ripped down for a loss. Caleb Arthod with the tackle there. So 3rd down and very long to go.
For the Dusters.
Drops back to pass under pressure, lets it go out in the flat. It's caught by Hugg, but going to be dropped for a yard or so loss, and it's going to be 4th down.
But he is met immediately by a trio of Wildcats. led by Cesar Ramos. And no gain, maybe even a loss of a yard on that play. Bring up 4th and long for the Dusters.
So 4th and long, Boise City's going to have fantastic field position out of this punt. Clay Pugh does step back to kick off. Or to punt, I'm sorry.
Is away from
line drive, that one will go out of bounds.
And it'll roll up across midfield.
Looks like about 45. We'll see where they mark that out of bounds.
Punt from that position. About a 35-yard punt.
And looks like they're going to mark it right at midfield. It looked like it clearly went out of bounds about industrial territory, about the 45, but that's where they're going to mark it out. So with 4:31 left to play here in the first quarter, Boise City takes over possession again. They will start this possession also in Duster territory. They've started every possession so far in Duster territory. Shotgun formation, Milliken in motion, fakes the handoff. Arthod under pressure, ball comes loose. And it is recovered by one of his linemen. Quentin White recovers the ball back at the 40-yard line. So that's going to be 2nd down and 20 now. The Wildcats have had trouble holding on to the ball. That's their 3rd fumble already. They've recovered 2 of them. Option. Arthod keeps it. And up to the 46, 47. They've marked him just past the 46, so it'll be 3rd down and 15 to go.
Back out across the Wildcat 46-yard line, where it brings up 3rd and 14 for the Wildcats.
This time a back to each side of Arthod in the backfield, one split to each side. Drops back to pass. He'll roll out to his right, lets one go. Milliken out there, and Balderrama steps in front of it and breaks up another pass. That's going to make it 4th and long.
Pass was intended for Gabriel Milliken. And nice play by Victor Balderrama, bring up a 4th and 14 for the Wildcats.
So Johnson back to receive the kick. Luke Arthod, the punter, and gets past him. Ball back to the 15. Spokes Johnson will fall on it near the 15. So with 2:54 left to play here in the first quarter, still no score. Beaver Dusters take over 1st and 10.
Dusters will again take over deep in their own territory at their own 15-yard line. Excuse me, 17-yard line. They've moved it out a couple yards. 17-yard line.
Ball is placed at the 17-yard line. Dusters with that tight formation again. It's I. Handoff inside to the fullback.
Fighting hard for yardage. That's Clay Pugh.
Clay Pugh with the carry up to the 17-yard line. So good 5-yard gain on the play. 2nd down, 5 yards to go.
Gain of about 4 yards on the play. 5 yards, let's call it. 2nd and 5.
Dusters back at the line. Overload to the right. Quarterback will roll out on the keeper that way. Up to the 20, 21-yard line. Be close. Maybe a yard shy. So third down and a yard to go.
Just shy of the 17, which makes it just shy of a Duster first down.
Tight formation, Burrell at quarterback. That ball,
Zach Hug on the direct
actually,
snap, and he won't get
Hug
there.
back there on
He'll
the
lose a
direct
couple
snap.
yards.
Lost
Again,
a couple of yards on that.
Crabtree in quickly
Bobbled
to
it just a little bit as well. So it's going to make it fourth down as it's near the 20-yard line.
A yard on the play brings up fourth now and just over a yard for the Dusters.
So fourth down, 2 yards to go now. Looks like the Dusters, you know, they're deep in their own territory, may go for it. And they're going to line up in that tight-eye formation, may just try to draw them off. Nope, here's the handoff to the tailback. Busts forward, and he's got the first down as Johnson forward to the 23-yard line.
Again, it is Carter Crabtree on the stop. But the ball is now at the Dusters
1:01 still to play
line.
here
First down and 10 Dusters.
in the first quarter. They'll spread out. Shotgun formation, 2 split to each side. Roll out. Tries to avoid the sack, and he's not going to get away on the second one, as that was Conrad Odell on the tackle for the loss.
Takes Burrow down for about a
Sacked back at the 20-yard line. Second down and about 13 to go.
21-yard line, bring up a second and nearly 14 yards. To bring the first quarter to an end, no score.
And that is the end of the first quarter. We're still tied up at 0-0. We'll be back with the second quarter. I promise I'll have your name before next game. So both teams back out on the field. Second down and about 13 yards to go. Zach Hug takes this direct snap. Runs to the right, still on his feet as he bowls his way forward past the 30, still on his feet, past the 35, but we've got a flag on the field. And it looks like this one's going to be coming back after incredible effort.
Thank you. And I have been informed that our mascot again this year is Mr. Dalton. Dalton Perry. Thank you, Dalton.
So instead of the big gain,
All right, there was a holding call on that
Ball
play.
taken all the way back to the 10-yard line.
Duster 10-yard line.
So still second down, but a long ways to go. Shotgun formation trips. Hug will run again. Another flag on the field as he gains about a yard on the play.
Taken down by Caleb Arthod. But we have another penalty flag.
Looks like we may have had another hold here.
Another holding call.
And it is.
From the 10-yard line, that'll move it half the distance to the goal line. Put it at the 5.
So still second down, ball all the way back at the 5.
About half the county to go.
We've got a timeout on the field. 11:45 left to play here in the first half. We're still tied up at 0. So out of the timeout, both teams back out on the field. Second down. Dusters with the ball on the 5-yard line. They've got to get all the way up to about the 34-yard line for a first down. Trips to the right, flip it underneath. Trying to find a little gap up to the 10-yard line is Johnson. Just kind of weaved his way through a couple of creases. Able to gain a little bit there up to the 10. So it's still going to be third down and a very long ways to go, 24 to go.
For the Wildcats. The 5-yard gain on the play brings the ball back out to the 10-yard line. Brings up a third and forever.
So tight trips to the right again. Burrell will roll out that way, lets a pass go. It's caught by Pugh, but then knocked away. Looked like Luke Arthod able to get in on that one and knock it away. So that will make it fourth down and 24 yards to go. So Luke Arthod will step back to receive the punt, and it will be Pugh most likely punting again for the Dusters deep in their territory. There's a snap and a short punt. That one out of bounds. We'll see where they mark that. They'll say at the 36-yard line, which is a pretty generous spot as to where that went out of bounds. So with 11:29 left to play here in the first half, Boise City takes over 1st and 10 in Duster territory. Of course, they've been there. They've started every possession so far that they've had the ball in Duster territory, but been unable to convert. They've moved the ball at times, but turnovers, and Luke Arthod keeps it back to the right. Going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 26, 27-yard line. So a nice gain on first down. So between the 26, 27. So second down and about a yard to go. Milliken in motion. There's the handoff to the wide side. And he's going to be brought down inside the 20 by Johnson. That'll be enough for a first down.
Milliken will have a Wildcat first down inside the Duster 20-yard line at about the 18.
Boise City quickly to the line. Back on each side of Arthod. They'll option to the right. Pitches it out wide.
Running room on the outside.
That's to Caleb Arthod. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and falls down inside the 5 as he's finally, shoestring tackle brings him down at the 2-yard line. And that's going to make it first and goal for the Wildcats.
Looks like perhaps Alan Garcia and perhaps others tripping up Arthod on that play. But the Wildcats will have a first and goal at about the 2-yard line.
So Luke and Caleb Arthod in the backfield. There's a snap. Handoff to Caleb. He is in for the touchdown. Boise City Wildcats are on the board. Luke Arthod steps over to get the play call from head coach Justin House. House assisted by Garrett Harlan and Chase Lloyd. So shotgun formation on the 2-point conversion. 2 split to the right, 1 to the left. Milliken in motion. There's the handoff, and he's in untouched. So the Boise City Wildcats strike first with 10:39 left to play in the first half. It's Boise City 8, Beaver 0. So Boise City set to kick off for the first time tonight. Caleb Arthod will kick off. Johnson and Burrell back deep for the Dusters. Here's the approach and the kick. Burrell catches it about the 15-yard line. On the near sideline up to the 25. Ball loose, but goes out of bounds at the 22-yard line, saving a disastrous turnover. So Duster ball, 1st and 10. Burrell in the pistol. Fakes a handoff straight up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up immediately.
He'll not gain anything.
Odell, one of the tacklers there.
Taken down by Conrad Odell. And Caleb Arthod.
And Caleb Arthod also in there as well.
Quarterback put no gain on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 10.
Just under 10 minutes still to play in this first half. Tight eye formation. Option to the right. Burrell gets out wide.
Going outside, he
Gains a couple of yards on the play.
Brought down by Gabriel Milliken.
Milliken chases him down from behind.
They're going to give him about 3 yards on the play.
Third down and about 8 yards to go as the ball is marked right at the 25-yard line. Dusters will line up in a tight eye formation. That's really where they kind of had their most success, just running the ball at the middle. Quick pass, Pugh, and 2 guys there to cover him, but pass was just a little short there.
Gabriel Milliken knocking the ball away from Clay Pugh.
You have a flag on the field and is on the defense.
Wildcats, that will move the ball out.
And a 15-yarder is going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line.
As a 15-yard penalty, that'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
So first and 10 for the Dusters.
Will have a first down and have their best field position of the half at their own 40-yard line.
Pistol formation, handoff to Johnson, trying to get wide. And he's going to be dropped for a loss. Trantham, Caleb Arthod out there. Just nowhere to go on that one, so second down and about 12 to go.
Johnson to the ground after a loss of a couple of yards, bring up a 2nd and 12 for the Dusters.
Two split to each side, shotgun formation. Burrell drops back to pass. Under pressure, gets over, it's intercepted. Caleb Arthod, and he's going to make that a pick 6. Flag on the play, though. Probably going to bring that one back.
Let's see what the call is.
As it was after the interception, so I'm going to guess that was block in the back or something there. We'll wait and see.
In the back,
and it was a block in the back.
At about the 30-yard line, so
it
that will bring that
doesn't negate the interception, but it will negate the touchdown, so it'll be first and 10 for the Wildcats at the Duster 40-yard line. 8:04 left to play in the first half. Shotgun formation again. Luke Arthod drops back to pass.
Fires the ball downfield.
Downfield and over the head of Milliken. So it'll be second down 10.
Intended receiver, but unable to get to that ball. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
Boise City back at the line. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Arthod options. Pitches it outside late.
Nice run, about 8 or 9 yard pickup on the play.
Caleb Arthod on the carry, gets about 9 on the play, so it'll make it 3rd down and a yard to go.
That's Caleb Arthod on the carry. Gain of about 8, bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats.
Shotgun formation of back to each side. Handoff straight up the middle, up to the 25, still fighting forward to about the 22-yard line. That was Caleb Arthod again.
Again, that was Caleb Arthod on the carry.
Here's a snap. Arthod drops back to pass. Lets one go out wide open. Caleb Arthod, or actually that's Cesar Ramos for the easy touchdown. There was nobody around him, either a busted coverage or just a extremely well drawn out play, and the Wildcats are on the board again. There's a handoff to Milliken. He's in for the 2-point conversion. So with exactly 7 minutes to play in the first half, Boise City takes a 16-0 lead over the Beaver Dusters. So Burrell and Johnson back once again for the Dusters. Caleb Arthod will kick off again. And there's the kick.
Kick is away.
That one caught by Burrell. About the 24-yard line, up to the 30, the 35, and finally brought down near the 40-yard line, as they'll mark him down between the 39 and the 40.
For the Wildcats, and the Dusters will begin with their best field position of the evening out at their own 39-yard line.
Shotgun formation. We hug back there. Johnson in motion, under pressure, breaks away, tries to cut up back inside, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard on the play as he did cross past the 40-yard line.
and Carter Crabtree are the leading tacklers for the Wildcats on that one. We'll give them a gain of about a yard, bring up 2nd and 9.
Second down, 9 yards to go for the Dusters. Man in motion again. Hug will try to keep it, but he's going to be dropped for a loss. Back at about the 38-yard line.
Conrad Odell, Carter Crabtree.
That's going to make it 3rd and about 11.
A loss of about 3 yards back to the Duster 38-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and about 11.
Tight-eye formation. Burrell tries to go to the right, grabbed by the neck, ball on the ground. And I think they're going to call it a horse collar tackle on that.
Gabriel Milliken on the stop.
Maybe not. No, it is a holding call on the Dusters, which has plagued them. They'll decline that. So turnover on the fumble that Boise City recovered. So at the Duster 36-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats with 5:04 to play here in the first half. Luke Arthur drops back to pass, lets one go deep. He's got Milliken out there, and just a little over his head on the throw, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. He kind of had to hit those deep balls a couple of times, but haven't been successful so far.
Good defensive play on the play as well. Bring up a 2nd and 10.
He was pretty well covered on that one. Shotgun formation, roll to the right. There's a handoff on a pitch, kind of. Caleb Arthur down the sideline, finally knocked out at the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
I'll make it 3rd down and just shy of a 1st down. They're looking it over to see whether they think it's a 1st down or not.
Looks like it's close
and they're going to measure, so they'll bring the chains out. 4:53 left to play here in the first half. 16-0. Boise City leads Beaver.
Again, remind you that Zoe Weaver and Addison Noyes are selling cookies to raise funds for a music trip to Carnegie Hall in New York City. Get by and find Zoe and Addison, buy some cookies and support their trip to New York City. It ought to be the trip of their young lifetime. Looks like the ball is just shy of a 1st down. Brings up 3rd and just inches for the Wildcats.
And looks like it'll be just shy of a 1st down. So third down and inches for the Wildcats. There's the snap, handoff to Caleb Arthod, and he'll power his way forward up to the 22-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Play Pugh. Alan Garcia on the stop for the 1st down for the Wildcats at the Duster 22-yard line.
There's the snap. Luke Arthod drops back to pass. Got a man open too far out in front of Milliken there. And so it'll be 2nd down. He had beat the coverage on that, but just having trouble getting the timing down on those patterns. Shotgun formation again. Milliken in motion. And a pre-snap penalty. He's going to blow that play dead before it got started. Illegal motion on Boise City. So it'll be second down, 15 yards to go.
Make it 7 and 15, second and 15 now.
Tight formation, Milliken in motion. Fakes the handoff, handoff back to Caleb Arthod, dropped it, and Beaver recovers it. So 4 fumbles today by Boise City, 2 of them recovered by Beaver.
I believe that was Devin Hodge on the fumble recovery.
Looks like the freshman, number 72, Devin Hodge, recovering the fumble. So with 4:11 left to play in the first half, Beaver takes back possession. Trips to the right of the formation. Hug back as the pistol quarterback. He'll run it to the right. Avoids the first tackler, carries a few more guys forward past the 30. He's a tough one to bring down. So it'll be second down. We'll call it about 2nd and 8 on the play.
Second and about 7.
Man in motion. Burrell back at quarterback now. Lets one go. Caught by Pugh up to the 40-yard line. Breaks through a tackle. Loses the ball, though. And Boise City recovers it at the Beaver 45-yard line, as that's the second fumble Beaver has lost now. So the Wildcats take back over as Cesar Ramos recovers it with 3:17 to play here in the first half.
46-yard line.
Tight formation. Milliken in motion. Handoff to Caleb Arthod. Not touched for about 10 yards and all the way up to the 30-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10.
Zach Hug making the tackle downfield for the Dusters.
Hug makes the tackle.
For another Wildcat first down at the Duster 31-yard line.
There's an option play to the wide side. Pitches it quickly to Caleb Arthod. Cuts inside up to the 20-yard line. And looks like he'll have enough for another first down as it's marked at the 19-yard line.
On the stop for the Dusters. The ball will be placed at the 19-yard line, and that is another Wildcat first down.
Milliken in motion again. There's the handoff to him. Cuts inside of Caleb Arthod's block. He's up to the 10-yard line, avoids the defender, into the end zone for the touchdown from 19 yards out. Is Gabriel Milliken with the carry. Shotgun formation for the two-point conversion. Throw outside. It's caught. Ramos in for the conversion. It's good. Boise City extends their lead over Beaver 24-0 with 2:21 left to play here in the first half.
Such a good crowd here for opening night. Appreciate you coming out and supporting the Duster team as they begin a new era of Duster football at the 8-man level. Again, we welcome all of those on the Boise City side that arrived after.
Once again for Boise City,
we hope you had a safe and pleasant.
Caleb Arthod will kick off again.
We welcome you to the Duster territory tonight.
Elias Burrell. And also Spokes Johnson back deep to receive the kick for the Dusters. Here's the approach and the kick. Low line driver splits him all the way inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line, fumbles with it, and he's going to pick it up and be dropped back at the 2-yard line. So terrible field position now for the Dusters. Already trailing 24-0.
Oscar Ramos on the tackle for the Wildcats. And the Dusters will begin as bad as their field position has been all night. This is the worst starting place, their own 3-yard line.
And ball was moved out to, so say forward progress out to the 3. Tight formation. Burrell under center. He'll turn, hand it off to Hug, and he's met right there. No gain, maybe a loss. Looks like it is. Looks like it's inside the 2 is where they'll mark it.
Excuse me, Zach Hug on the carry, not Elias.
Just getting back to the huddle, play clock already down to 12. Now down to 2, just get it off. Throw over the middle to Pugh, it's caught, breaks the tackle. And he's gonna have enough for a first down out to the 14-yard line. So 1:11 left to play. We do have a timeout on the field. 1:11 left to play in the first half. It's Boise City 24, Beaver 0. Tie-dye formation. Burrell drops back to pass, rolls out to his right, lets one go to Pugh. That one knocked away as Milliken got his hands on that one. That'll make it second and 10, 1:06 left to play here in the first half. It was a big first down, that pass to Pugh, as that got them out from near the goal line with a little amount of time that's left here in the first half. Trying to avoid giving up a field position. That one dropped. Going to be dropped for a loss at the 10-yard line as Trantham busted through there. Tackled him for a loss. So third down, 14 yards to go. Clock running, 45 seconds left in the half. I don't think Boise City has any timeouts left. They called one awful early in the game and then called another one as well. So Beaver may, at least since they're near their goal line, be able to run the clock out without giving the ball up. Burrell drops back to pass, lets one go, and it's intercepted and ran into the end zone. We do have a flag on the play. That's Luke Arthod. Clock kept running even after he'd scored the touchdown, so they'll have to kind of figure out where the clock should be. So 2-point conversion attempt now. There's the handoff inside. Oh, and he's going to be stuffed. No good, as Caleb Arthod was met in the backfield. Pugh back there. Also Alan Garcia as well. So with 8.5 seconds left here in the first half, Boise City now leads Beaver 30-0.
Again, you'll want to hang around and enjoy the great halftime show. I know you want to get to the concession stand and support the junior class at the concession stand, so you'll not want to miss the halftime show this evening.
So Burrell and Johnson back deep again. Caleb Arthod kicking off once again for the Wildcats. Here's the approach and the kick. That one caught near 20. No, dropped by Johnson. He'll try to go wide, and he's going to be brought down at about the 22-yard line. And still 0.8 seconds left, so they'll have time for one more play before the half.
And the Dusters will begin this possession at their own 18-yard line with 8 seconds in the half.
So 1st and 10 for the Dusters at their own 18-yard line. Hug in the shotgun. Trips to his left. There's a snap, tries to roll out to his right, cuts back up to avoid the defenders. He's going to just have to run, and Caleb Arthaud drops him at the 18-yard line. That will be the half, with the Boise City Wildcats in control, leading the Beaver Dusters 30-0. We'll be back with the second half. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beaver Dusters High School Band. the Beaver Duster Band under the leadership of Miss Lindsay Sargent. On-field directing by Miss Sansi Reddick. All right, now in for a treat. We've got some Pee-wee football. Let me introduce to you the players out there on the field this evening. Adrian Ortiz, Brendan Poole, Colin Klein, Cotton Williams, S.I. Castillo, Easton Lesher, Ivan Lozano, Rylan Kirkhart, Robert Pell, and Russell Dennison on the field tonight. The coaches include Cole and Sarah Williams, Eric Klein, and Mackenzie Lesher. And their aide is Evan Castillo. They will play their first game tomorrow morning at 11:30 at Bluebonnet Park in Liberal. They play every Saturday morning until October 5th. Again, it is good to see such a full stands on opening night. We're glad that you're here to support the Dusters. We'll remind you that we have nearly a month of games away from home after tonight. Our next home game is on October 3rd. So we've got 3 straight road games, and then we're back here for our next home game on October 3rd against Turpin. Now take note that October 3rd date, that's a Thursday night game, not Friday. So make sure you mark your calendars. Our next home game, October 3rd, Thursday night against Turpin. again remind you that their first game will be tomorrow morning at 11:30 at Bluebonnet Park in Liberal. And they'll play every subsequent Saturday morning until October 5th.
Both teams getting their final instruction from coaches as we get ready to kick off the second half. Footballs flying in and shirts flying into the stands from the cheerleaders on the Dusters side. As everyone gets situated here, as the referees get in position, yard marker guys out there as well. Once again, this is the first home game in school history for Beaver where they hosted an 8-man game. This is their first season after they petitioned to move to 8-man in an emergency situation, as they have been very low in numbers as far as not only participation playing football, but just overall numbers in the school have dropped quite a bit. And that's 16 out there in uniform tonight. Quite a young team as well.
In Tyrone next week. That is another Friday night game.
So Caleb Arthod will kick off. Johnson and Burrell back deep. Johnson picks it up at the 15, up to the 25, and fights his way up to the 30-yard line. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Dusters there.
And the ball will be placed down about the 30-yard line. The ball will be placed exactly on the 30-yard line, and the Dusters will begin possession of the second half at that point.
So Dusters coming to the line, still looking for their first score of the season as they were shut out in week 1. And being shut out here 30-0. Pistol formation, turn, handoff, and to be dropped in the backfield. That is number 56, Carter Crabtree on the tackle.
Handoff goes to Spokes Johnson, dropped in the backfield by Carter Crabtree. About a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12.
That was Spokes Johnson on the carry, dropped for a 2-yard loss. 2nd down, 12 yards to go. Tight I formation, ball dropped on the snap, still loose in the backfield, dives on it as Burrell covers it back at the 15-yard line. So that's a loss of 3 more, so it'll be 3rd down, 15 yards to go.
3 yards back to the 25-yard line, making
The Dusters going the wrong direction right here in their first 2 offensive plays here in the second half. Shotgun formation, man in motion. Burrell looks to keep it to the right. And he's going to be dropped. Looks like for a yard loss. So it'll be 4th down.
There's several quartet of.
And it looks like they'll leave it right.
Wildcats there for the stop.
Yeah, it is a couple yard loss.
Loses another 2 or 3 yards.
So 4th and long, Luke Arthod back to receive. Clay Pugh back to punt.
Clay Pugh gets the punt away.
Low line driver, and it's going to roll dead. Blown dead at the Duster 49-yard line. That's where Boise City will take over 1st and 10 with 9:09 left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
In Duster territory at the 49.
Milliken in motion. There's the handoff, and going to be wrapped up pretty quickly there as Burrell made the tackle. Gains about 2 on the play. So second down, 8 yards to go. Burrell still had a block running, but able to reach out there and get a hand on him, able to bring him down. Good way to fight through the block to get that tackle. Man in motion, fakes a handoff. Luke Arthur drops back to pass, throws it deep. Ball tipped and almost intercepted, but dropped by Johnson. He stepped in front of that pass. He was trying to get it to Milliken and really had 4 defenders around him.
Believe that was Milliken again. Gabriel Milliken, the intended target. Bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats.
Shotgun formation. Man in motion. And we've got either an offsides or a false start here.
Offsides again.
And it is offsides.
Wildcats a free 5 yards.
So 5 yards free.
At the Duster 43-yard line. Bring up now 3rd and 3.
So 3rd down, 3 yards to go for the Wildcats at the Duster 43-yard line. Handoff to Caleb Arthod, avoids several defenders, breaks into the open and brought down shoestring tackle, probably a touchdown saver, just shy of the 30-yard line. Johnson brings him down, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Ball is placed just shy of the 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
Drive, lets one go deep. Milliken trying to find it, almost just falls short of his hand. Had trouble finding it in the air as Arthod rolled out to his right and found him just past the defenders, but unable to connect. It's now 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation. Now, option to the right, Caleb Arthod. He's going to take that one to the house. Touchdown, Boise City Wildcats. A beautiful pitch there by Luke Arthod as he hit his brother Caleb in full stride. Wide open alley to take that one to the house. Two-point conversion attempt. Throw out wide is caught. We do have a flag on the field.
Penalty flag. The 2-point conversion is good, but let's check the flag. Holding against
and it
the
is
Wildcats.
holding against the Wildcats, so that 2-point conversion will be negated. They'll move it back 10 yards and try again.
That will move the ball back out to the 13-yard line, and we'll try the 2-point conversion once again.
Milliken in motion There's the handoff.
Milliken sweeping the end.
Avoids the first defender with a stiff arm down the sideline. Oh, what a wallop!
Nice play at the goal
Just
line.
outside the goal line. Knocked out of bounds at the
Knocked out of
one
bounds, just shy
with
of the
a
goal line.
vicious
Two-point
hit.
Conversion is no good.
So no good on the two-point conversion. 7:54 left to play here in the third. It's Boise City 36, Beaver nothing.
2 points off of the board.
Johnson limping on the sideline, so it will be Hug and Burrell back to receive. Another kickoff from Caleb Arthod.
Kick is away. Another good one.
Hug catches it up to the 25, the 30, the 35,
This time he's got a little bit of running room.
and just shy of the 40 up to about the 39-yard line. That's where the Dusters will have it 1st and 10. Now Hug having trouble as he goes to the turf. He hurt his calf or ankle. So we'll take a timeout here. 7:49 left in the third. It's Boise City 36, Beaver nothing. Hug helped off the field. Obviously, we don't have any idea what the injury is. Looks like may just be some cramps. That lower leg. So a couple of guys down for the Dusters, a team that, like we mentioned, not a ton of subs, so down 2 right now as Spokes on that last touchdown pass or touchdown run by Caleb Arthod was chasing out there and looked like he may have strained something or pulled something there in his leg as he was running out there. He came up gimpy just before he got to Arthod. Dusters at the line, 1st and 10. There's a snap, option play to the right. Burrell keeps it. And up to the 43-yard line. So a gain of close to 5 there, so it'll make it 2nd down, 5 yards. So nice gain on 1st down.
Carter Crabtree on the stop. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Dusters.
Dusters taking their time in the huddle as they'll break it with less than 10. I formation. Quick handoff inside, and he's going to be wrapped up and tackled. Forward progress stop there as a handoff to Pugh. Looks like really for no gain. 3rd down, maybe a yard on the play. So 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
Bring up a 3rd and 4.
6.5 minutes still left to play here in the 3rd. Tight-eye formation again. Turn, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets one go deep to Pugh, but double covered. Flag on the play. May have a pass interference call.
Pass intended for Clay Pugh. Let's check the penalty flag. Nice throw by Elias Burrow, but the play was well defended on the play.
And no, it'll be offensive pass interference. They'll decline that. That'll make it 4th down. So Pugh will step back to punt. Luke Arthod will drop back to receive the punt. There's the snap and the kick. It's a good one off, caught at the 20. Arthod steps out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Boise City with 5:59 left in the 3rd quarter right there.
Mark him just shy of the 25, I believe. 24-yard line. This to be the poorest field position that the Wildcats have started with all night as they begin at their own 24-yard line.
Luke Arthod still in at quarterback. Here's the handoff to Caleb Arthod, and he's going to drag the tackler up to the 30-yard line. As that was Nick Allman on the tackle there. Gain of about 6 yards on the play. 2nd down, 4 yards to go. Arthod drops back to pass. Milliken breaks open behind the defense. He catches it at midfield, and he is gone. Nobody is going to catch him. The 10-5 touchdown Wildcats. Gabriel Milliken. So Luke Arthod to Gabriel Milliken for the long touchdown pass. Right around 70 yards on that one. 50 yards after the catch as he caught that one right at midfield. 2-point conversion attempt coming up. There's the throw out in the flat to Ramos, too high.
2-point conversion is
So
no
with
good.
5:14 left in the third, Boise City leads Beaver 42-0. Caleb Arthod to kick off again. That's Burrell and I believe Balderrama, but not absolutely sure, back deep. As first Johnson was the deep man for the Dusters, was hurt, and then the guy that replaced him, Hug, was hurt. Here's the approach and the kick. That'll come to Burrell. Ball on the ground. Picked up at the 25. Tries to spin past one tackler, but he's going to be brought down near the 25-yard line. It was actually the other guy that was back was not Balderrama. It was Misael Chavez. The tight I formation. Ball bobbled on the snap, rolls out to the wide side. He's going to keep it up to the 25 and then brought down near the 30. That was Burrell on the keeper. They'll mark him down at the just shy of the 30-yard line. So second down, 5 yards to go. I formation, quarterback drops back. Burrell lets one go out to the sideline, too wide.
Victor Balderrama.
Balderrama was the intended receiver, but that one
third and 5.
Sailed out of bounds. So third down, 5 yards to go. Two split to each side, shotgun formation for Burrell. Man in motion. Drops back to pass. Lets one go deep down the sideline. And can't quite get to it. Flag on the play. As he's trying to get it to Pugh. We may have a defensive pass interference penalty that may keep this drive alive for the Dusters. Looked like the defender may have hooked him right as he tried to come in towards it. So 15-yard penalty, that'll be a first down. Out to the 45-yard line.
First down, Dusters at the 45.
Here's a snap. Burrell drops back to pass again. Under pressure, lets one go. Intercepted. And looks like it's going to be a pick six.
Into the end zone.
Touchdown Wildcats.
Touchdown Wildcats.
And that will be the ball game as we've reached the mercy rule level as Boise City defeats the Beaver Dusters 48-0 as this one will end with 3:49 left to play here in the third quarter.
And that will be the end of tonight's festivities.
So Beaver drops to 0-2. Still looking for their first score of the season as they're definitely in a struggling season as that's actually 30 in a row that the Dusters have dropped. They'll try to rebound next week against a very tough Tyrone team. Boise City will host Turpin, and we will have that game next week as we are here this week as the Beaver County Fair is going on. So, you know, be sure you come over and enjoy the festivities there. Next week is Cimarron County Fair out in Boise City, and we'll be there to cover that game as well. Remember, you can find us not only on PTCI Channel 2, but if you'll look us up on YouTube, just look for PTCI's channel, or you can go to ptci.net, and up at the top, there's a light blue section in white letters. It'll say live stream, and if we're live streaming a game, you click on that, it's going to take you to that. So that is it from McVeigh Stadium. Once again, Boise City defeats Beaver 48-0. Good night from McVeigh Stadium.